What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week, and in this week's episode we of course have a brand new weapon mod, as well as a mod for those hardcore Fallout 3 fans. Now all the way back in episode 74 we took a look at the Modern Warfare RAM 7, and the first mod I have for you today is an add-on to said mod, and of course I'm talking about the Modern Warfare RAM 7 40mm ammo types. Now the standard RAM 7 came with two different underbarrel ammunitions, the EMP and the fragmentation, but now with this mod there are 10, including the 2 from the original mod. And these ammunitions of course are going to require different crafting materials and appropriate perks. So if you enjoyed the RAM 7 half as much as I did and are looking for a little bit more options with it, then I would absolutely recommend downloading this mod. Now it's been a while since we've taken a look at a settlement mod, but we're going to change that in today's episode with Arcjet Overlook, and by heading to the shack behind Arcjet we can find the location for this brand new settlement, and after entering the shack we can find a brand new workbench, and after activating said workbench we will of course gain access to the workshop, and this settlement is going to function just like any other, meaning that you can recruit settlers, create supply lines, and even send settlers from other settlements. Now as for scrapping, absolutely everything can be scrapped, apart from the lamp on top of the blue generator itself, the two large shell generators, and the small square base at the bottom of the industrial beams. Now what with being a modded settlement, there are certain limitations, including the boundaries of the settlement, so that's why the mod author has this image to demonstrate the boundaries of the settlement. Now the last thing to mention about this mod is it's going to come in two different files, your standard ESP version and an ESL flagged version, so that it doesn't take up a slot in your mod limit. So if you felt that Fallout 4 didn't have enough settlements, then maybe this mod is worth a download. Now the next mod I have for you is Fallout 3 Vertibird Replacer, and as you can probably imagine, what this mod is going to do is replace the Fallout 4 vertibirds with the ones that you would see in Fallout 3. Now there's no doubt that these new vertibirds look absolutely amazing, but the only downside, if you can even call it that, is that they are going to have the Enclave logo on the side, even if they are Brotherhood of Steel vertibirds. Well, that and the ever so slight clipping issue when you actually enter one of these vertibirds, but I can forgive both of these imperfections for just how good these vertibirds look, especially when you're so used to seeing the Brotherhood of Steel ones from the base game. Now in Fallout 4 you're going to take a lot of damage. In fact, you might even take so much damage that you almost die, and when this happens there are certain audio cues to remind you that you're almost dead, and with this next mod we're going to be replacing said sounds with the better low and critical health heartbeat sound replacer, and this is what that's going to sound like. Now from what I can tell about this mod, the audio from the hearts actually beating has just been made to sound a bit stronger, but sometimes that's all you need to really amp up the pressure on you when your health is low, or whenever you get a bit too trigger happy with your explosive weaponry. So if you're a player that really likes to live life on the edge and see just how low they can get their health bar, then maybe this mod is worth a download. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the Winchester Pack, and this mod is going to include two weapons, the Winchester 1876 and the Winchester 1894. So let's take a look at these in order, starting with the 1876. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 9 receivers, 2 sights, 2 ammo types, and finally 4 muzzle options. Now the first thing that came to mind when I was using this weapon was that it felt like I was trying to use a sniper without a scope. Now of course you can put a scope on this, but that's not what I did. The base damage of this weapon is insanely high, as well as the accuracy. So this is one of those weapons that really relies on the player's aim, instead of just spraying bullets and hoping for the best. But anyway, I think we spent enough time taking a look at the Winchester 1876, so let's take a look at the Winchester 1894. And very similar to the previous weapon, in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 9 receivers, 2 sights, 2 ammo types, and finally 4 muzzle options. Now the 1894 is going to feel very similar to the 1876, in that they're both going to feel like snipers without scopes, if you choose not to equip one. And what with having virtually identical customization, the only real difference from one to another is purely aesthetical. But I do appreciate the mod author having these as 2 separate weapons, instead of just adding, let's say, a material section to one of the weapon's customizations. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.